I thought what the Texans did was batshit crazy. I cannot overstate what a long-term disaster I think the Texans draft is going to prove to be.
Bullshit.
T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1.
The Houston Texans select CJ Stroud.
That boy is good.
Will Anderson Jr.
That boy is good.
Amen Thompson.
Jabari for 3 and the win.
What is good, H-Town? On today's rundown, we're going to discuss the matchup between the Houston Texans and the Baltimore Ravens. And these are not your Week 1 Texans. The second topic on today's rundown, I have a few videos from head coach DeMeco Ryans discussing the growth of CJ Stroud and also discussing the growth of Lamar Jackson in the Baltimore Ravens offense. And last but not least, your game-winning predictions. Who will win the game, by what spread, or however you feel. Get your comments in, your questions, whatever, H-Town. Get your listening ears ready, strap up your boots, and let's go. Welcome back, H-Town. Welcome back. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you chose to spend a few minutes with your boy. I'm your dreadhead host, Hot Topic TV, and I appreciate you guys joining me on Everything H-Town Sports Debate Show. And on to the first topic. Oh my God, this matchup, this divisional round matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans is setting up to be epic.
Your comeback is going to be epic.
Because the first matchup was baby, rookie, deer in the headlights CJ Stroud, and he still performed pretty well. We had missing offensive linemen. We had missing defensive pieces. It was the first game. We were still trying to put things together. Bobby Slowick was a virgin as well.
Watch your mouth!
No point intended, and same as DeMeco Ryans. So we had three of our most important people in Week 1 that were all experiencing their first game as NFL coaches, offensive coordinators, or quarterbacks. So this game is about to be epic. Two of the top quarterbacks in the NFL, CJ Stroud versus Lamar Jackson. And I'm loving it, baby. I'm loving it. A lot of people slept on the Texans and couldn't have called it that they would be in a divisional round winning a playoff game during Wild Card Weekend against supposedly the number 1 defense in the NFL. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. The Baltimore Ravens defense are dogs. The Cleveland Browns was, I guess they had the tag of being the number 1 defense in the NFL, but this Baltimore Ravens defense is legit, and the Houston Texans will have to factor for those guys. Roquan Smith, they have some dogs over there, but I believe the growth of CJ Stroud coming from Week 1 all the way to the divisional round of the playoffs. He's definitely the rookie of the year. CJ Stroud has grown, and I do not consider him a rookie anymore because he's in that stage now to where the season is over. All you playing for now is try to go get that Lombardi trophy. Everybody started off 0-0. The playoffs is a totally different season. So this is his second season technically. So he's out there trying to get it done. And this matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Houston Texans is going to be epic. The Baltimore Ravens had to have a record of 13-4. The Houston Texans is technically, they finished the season 10-7, but they won their first playoff game, so they're 11-7. So 13-4 versus 11-7. CJ Stroud versus Lamar Jackson. The running game, the defense, the offense. Bobby Slowick against the defensive coordinator of the Baltimore Ravens. I believe his name is Mike McDonald. Don't quote me on that. Don't hold me to that. But I'm pretty sure, 90% positive that his name is Mike McDonald. Sorry if I pronounced it wrong, but this is going to be set up to be epic. The Baltimore Ravens finished the season as the Triple Crown winners. Let that sink in. They only They only allowed 16.5 points per game, as well as they had 60 sacks on a season and 31 takeaways. That is one hell of a defense. I'm not really sure how the Cleveland Browns end up being the #1 defense, but the Triple Crown winner, this Baltimore Ravens defense, is legit. And going out there into Baltimore Ravens, into the Ravens Stadium, that crowd and that atmosphere is going to be legit as well. The weather is the same, around the same thing it is here. So the Texans have been practicing in this weather for the last 2 days. So head coach DeMeco Ryans let us all know that the weather would have no effect on the Houston Texans and how they play. Here's a video from your head coach, Cap DeMeco Ryans.
No, it was good to experience just what the weather would be like, very similar to how the weather would be in Baltimore. And again, as I said yesterday, it's what an opportunity we have, before us, and I don't think our guys will be worried about weather.
H-Town, these matchups in the AFC are setting up to be epic and to be excited. We have some gunners in this AFC division. Lamar Jackson, CJ Stroud, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen. We have some dogs over here in the AFC at quarterback. The NFC,
Trash.
I mean, they got some fighters over there, man, but over here we had the top dogs, and it's going to be some battles in this AFC, and one of the matchups is Lamar Jackson versus CJ Stroud. And like I stated before, it's going to be epic, man. I can't say anything else about it. This is huge. The matchup is in 4 days. It's Saturday, set for 3:30 Eastern time, baby. So I'm ready to get it popping out here in the 8s. You know what I'm saying? We crunk. I mean, it's going to be electric. I'm sure we're going to have a lot of traveling Houston Texans fans that go to Baltimore and do they thing. Put on for H-Town, put it down, throw your H's up, wear your gear, whatever, man. Get some memorabilia, whatever you got to do, go out there and show the Baltimore Ravens that we going to hold it down for CJ Stroud and the Texans, man. But I also have another video from your head coach, Cap DeMeco Ryans, showing or stating and commenting on CJ Stroud's growth in his offense and over the season.
With CJ, where his growth is being shown the most to me is just, I would say, his calm and his confidence, right? And he's looking back at the Ravens game, made some big-time plays for us in that game as well. So, I mean, he's been the same player, but I think just his demeanor and how he's grown as a leader has really, really stepped up, right, big time for us. And when we need him most, I feel like just throughout the entire season now at this moment, like he's the leader that we need him to be. He's the player that we need him to be. His demeanor, right, on the field, off the field, is exactly what you want out of a starting quarterback.
Head coach DeMeco Ryans is ecstatic to have CJ Stroud, as his signal caller, dude. Him and Nick Caserio, they did their thing, man, in bringing in Will Anderson Jr. and CJ Stroud. The year before, bringing in Derek Stingley, Nick Caserio is putting these cornerstone pieces in place, and it's all starting to fall in place. And to me, the time is now. Next year is next year, but this year is this year. And this defense and this offense have been, clicking on all cylinders the last 3 games of the season. The Colts game was pretty much a playoff game, as well as the game against the Browns, as well as a good fight against the Tennessee Titans. CJ Stroud has been on fire the last 3 games, and he was just ramping himself up and preparing himself and re-energizing himself after missing 2 weeks from the concussion protocol. So CJ Stroud is ready to go. He's ready to battle. No stage is too big. So head coach DeMeco Ryans is ecstatic and happy to have CJ Stroud as his signal caller. But also, he spoke about the Baltimore Ravens offense, the new OC, as well as the way Lamar Jackson have grown in this offense and the things that he's capable of doing in this offense. So here's another video of head coach DeMeco Ryans talking about Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens.
For the Ravens, I feel like they've grown throughout the season as an offense. I feel like they're much more efficient. Lamar is playing exceptional football, MVP caliber football. He's done a really good job of, not only running the ball or creating off-schedule plays, but getting the ball to his playmakers.
Welcome to the last segment of the show. If you're still watching, it's much appreciated. I have been giving you guys some nuggets, some legit facts, some legit stats. I mean, I've been giving you everything that you need to go into this divisional round against the Baltimore Ravens and be on point and know what's going on. I have filled you guys in, and it's on from here. The only thing we can do now is put up our H's, put on our gear, and cheer loud to the top of our voices and pray to the man up above that we can get a W out there in Baltimore. But I also want to give you guys a few stats, give you a chance to comment on who you think going to win. Right now, Vegas has the Baltimore Ravens as high as 10-point winners. So they believe that they're going to win by as much as a touchdown. I'm not a gambler, but those are the numbers. I believe it's like 9.5, about a 10-point dog. The Houston Texans are. I don't believe that. And a lot of times when you underestimate CJ Stroud and the Texans and DeMeco Ryans, they seem to prove everybody wrong. So I kind of like being the underdog going into Baltimore. A lot of times when we match up with a team, it's hard to beat a team twice. So the Baltimore Ravens is going to have to bring their A game as well as the Houston Texans. The Baltimore Ravens, they ranked fourth in the NFL in points per game at 28.4. The Houston Texans is ranked 13th at 22.2. So they almost similar. Baltimore is maybe like about 5 or 6 more points per game, but they're right in the 20-point range. Like I stated earlier, Baltimore is 28. The Texans is 22. As far as total yards per game, Texans is ranked 12th at 342.4. The Baltimore Ravens is ranked 6th at 370.4. So it's gonna be a good matchup in a lot of areas. We're pretty similar. The Baltimore Ravens, like I said before, their defense is Triple Crown winner. As far as CJ Stroud stats versus Lamar Jackson stats, CJ Stroud had 4,108 yards with 23 tutties and 5 picks, and Lamar Jackson stats was 3,678 yards with 24 tutties and 7 INTs. So those guys were still kind of similar in that aspect as well. Although CJ Stroud had more yards, the touchdowns was kind of similar, 24 to 23. CJ Stroud had less picks, 2 less picks, but Lamar Jackson had an overall good season. CJ Stroud had a great season as a rookie. He's playing like a vet. So what this segment is about, you guys leave me some comments. Let me know who you think gonna win and what score. I want to see if you guys' prediction is close to at the final game. So Saturday I can look back and I can say, hey, that guy right there, Jimmy John Wayne, he was right, man. That dude predicted the perfect score. So leave your likes, leave your comments, leave your scores, leave your predictions. Let your boy know who you think gonna win this game and why you think they're gonna win this game. But until then, I'm your Dreadhead host, Hot Topic TV. It's been real and peace.
Win on two, 1, 2. Win.